Okay, I lied. I couldn't sleep. So we're going to continue the class trial now because I couldn't sleep. It was thinking in my head. I was like, I can't sleep without getting this resolved.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. Okay, then.
I did not mean that.
So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. Has to be a dumbbell, right?
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yep, it is a head
According to
wound.
the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
Oh!
Shoot!
No. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt instrument?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Interesting. That certainly would make for a powerful weapon.
Poor Chihiro.
Are you kidding me? Come on, man.
Chihiro's fate. It appears it was.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt
I
instrument?
bet it was an iron pipe.
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
It was the dumbbell, obviously. Come on, man. Everyone knows that.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
That's true.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell.
I didn't know that, but now we do.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Well, no, duh.
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here.
All right, Byakuya.
Let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
What do you got?
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? A new element has added to this non-stop debate. Wait, what? Yeah, let's hear more. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear that disrupt your reactions. The truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. Right mouse button? However, if you shoot an actual remark with the silencer, the time limit will decrease. Okay. Oh, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the white noise won't appear at all. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, so shoot what's fake, huh? Genocide Jack case. What does that mean?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Are you kidding me?
So, speaking of Genocide Jack,
There is proof.
I don't know who that is.
I literally clicked the archive, man. Like what?
The culprit is Genocide Jack. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
That's not true!
No, that's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the
I
archive in
found
the
this
library.
file. No, bro. Byakuya showed it to me. Come on now.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kinda weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So more importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, There appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
Come on, man, really?
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which is the world at large doesn't know. If I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body. How the victim was positioned.
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
Wow.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
Genocide
It's
Jack
because the culprit
is
in
here.
this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
No way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What? Is it? See, I wanted to suspect Toko, but can she lift a dumbbell?
What?
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
I think you might be off.
You lie! What? Hey, okay, wait,
I mean-
hold on a sec.
She does have split personality, but let's confirm that.
Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
When she switches personalities.
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's really not complicated, buddy. You're not very smart. You're helped by like 6 times, buddy. Let's relax, okay? It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What does it mean for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also not Toko? The answer is she's not one person, but multiple people, right? The split personality. What? Oh, split? Wait. Oh, schizophrenia. She's schizo.
Now I understand.
First of all, before we make this clear,
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
I don't think people with schizophrenia do murders. I think that's a misconception, but I mean, I am not educated in this field at all, so I have no idea. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
The one thing that shows Toko could have had split personality that has to do with her behavior is that her behavior changed, I believe, right?
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
It's fine. I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead? She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and back, and top ending and a top bottom, and a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds totally different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Scared of herself, maybe. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I won't let her have control, so that's why I thought it was Genocide Jack.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation.
The promise!
She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time. And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This guy just straight up rat her?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
Wait, that would be like the secret, right? The secret would be she's Genocide Jack and she wouldn't want anyone to know that she's a serial killer.
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale. Besides, you broke your promise first.
Oh?
You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone.
Wait, did she tell him that she was already Genocide Jack?
But in spite of that promise,
I mean, this is really convincing that it is Toko.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
how many times do I have to tell you? I never said that, but you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
She's just a killer, just like that?
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
That's it?
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's blood suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see?
Genocide Jill?
Yes!
Jack and Jill!
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
What the heck?
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know.
I mean, isn't this just case closed?
Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid? And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
But, okay, wait, if she's the Blackened, then didn't she just reveal herself? I don't understand. Why would she, what benefit would she get to revealing herself as the Blackened?
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
Is that it? Case closed?
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
Is that really it?
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
It's just too good to be true, you know? It's like, it's too easy to be right.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
Yeah, it would be too easy.
Huh?
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre
It's because there was
fashion.
a tied umbilical cord. Or, I mean, a tied, what do you call it? Electrical cord. But there wasn't scissors on the wrist like there normally is. That's the detail that's different.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said, I need some more details about all of this. Make your argument. Status of the dead body.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely. What more proof do we need? Give it up. You killed her.
Okay, so there was only one bullet point to hit? Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Shoot!
I meant to click, oops.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
I left click instead of right click.
But do you really
Perhaps if you had an alibi.
Oh, an alibi, huh?
When you compare your past murders to the modus operandi matches,
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same?
I'm not
so sure about that.
That's true.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The only other person that could know about the archives is either Kyoko or Toko. But even Byakuya himself could be the genocide killer, but he's not strong enough to lift up a dumbbell, is he? I think it has to be a guy.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
There's scissors as well.
I murder with passion and conviction.
No scissors.
I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
No, that made total sense. Everyone's just not very bright.
There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
The difference of the murders. In the photos of the genocide Jack victims, look at the neck and the stomach. But here you see a clear difference. In the victim's fatal injury.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right? Ah, yes!
That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
What's wrong with that?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is how the body was suspended. In the photos, all the victims were stabbed with their hands. Here you see a clear difference. What was used to suspend her?
I got it! Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement! Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
That's true. Because in the little sewing kit, there's no scissors.
And you know what else?
There are scissors, but not her scissors.
Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
Males! They're all boys!
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. Because Chihiro was a girl!
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In
She
all the
only kills
Genocide
boys.
Jack cases, all the victims had something
They're
in
all
common.
men. Alright, 22. Shoji, Kano, and yada, yeah, all the names, I don't care.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it.
Alright.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So, since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid.
I mean, I think ramen's better than pasta, but, you know, I'm a little biased.
I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
This guy's so hard set.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
But there should be scissors in the sewing kit.
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
The sewing kits.
Da 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 da!
What the fuck?
She's fully equipped!
Is she allowed to have that in the courtroom?
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side?
What the?
Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot. So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore! Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, no, hold on. There is one person. One person who had copied the Genocide Jack cases. Wait, but who? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck, is it really my boy Mondo? No, it has to be maybe you, Byakuya?
Here's my answer. Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Dude, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you sick?
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
There's no way it's him, right? There's no way.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it
But-
and make it look like I put my stamp on it.
I don't have another guess.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
But he's always like that. They're suspicious, very suspicious indeed. Wouldn't you agree? It seems that nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's search the girls' locker room. He said the girls first, and not the boys!
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Maybe?
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. Yeah, what's up? Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down at the left mouse button, then you'll memorize the weak spot. Ah, shit. Can I really remember? It'll disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. You don't seem to have the right answer or a lie or contradiction. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use it to make your case. Ah, shoot. I will say if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. How do I switch bullets again? Monokuma File 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
you absolutely take it. That's a natural reaction for any guy.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
Ah, shoot. Shoot.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting...
if you're presented with the opportunity,
that's a natural...
The victim was So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room for... There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
The first case? Chihiro being a girl. But it didn't make sense how we could have known before we found out.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Really? Huh? Am I dead? What do you mean?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird, but he was acting weird.
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls...
that's a natural reaction for any...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl.
What the huh? What contradicts?
Shoot!
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls'
That's a natural reaction for...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl, so of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Fuck. I don't see the problem. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. That is a weak spot. It presents a potential lie and a contradiction in the argument. Multiple weak spots may appear. Move the mouse wheel up. But I only have one truth bullet. If you target a weak spot, then hold down the left mouse button. You can use it as a temporary truth bullet. If you target a weak spot, and then hold the left mouse button. Huh?
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room...
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro.
No, that's wrong! I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
We can take evidence and shoot it like that? Are you kidding me? This game is so hard.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
Oh, shoot.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
The cord? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like there's nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The archives are missing. The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack case murders. The evidence that proves that Byakuya is responsible is hiding in here? What could it be? But why would he want me to work with him?
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again?
Please, please, please.
When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
It's supposed to be the fucking cord.
Shoot!
Oh my god, I'm actually gonna die.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissor. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro, it was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Are you kidding
Obviously,
Somebody else must have had it hidden away somewhere.
me? It's the fucking library cord, man.
What? The
Oh,
difference
wait.
between the cases? You want
It's
me
just
to
the
explain
library
when I
cord,
want to kill, I use my very... And I use those same scissors to...
But Chihiro was... It was some kind of...
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very...
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you...
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
It's the
No,
dust
that's
lamp.
wrong! Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
That's true.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this. I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
No, you killed her in the boys' locker room.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
But no, he didn't kill her in the girls' locker room. He killed her in the boys' locker room.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Wait, not involved?
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to?
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait, what was it you said just now? Something was not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but does that mean, can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something different about what he said. The scene of the crime?
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
What?
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
In the boys' locker room?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who had been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
That's true. The posters! The posters! Oh, we got you red-handed, boy! This one.
I got it! The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel.
Oh, yeah.
But why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms.
The carpet!
You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
I am.
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved to the boys' locker room.
I got it! The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
We caught you red-handed, buddy.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
It has to be.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing
To not be suspected as a boy, to be suspected as a girl.
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Leon's handbook?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker rooms?
I've got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook! She
I
was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no problem.
Oh, I see.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have got...
She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate. I'm sure that would have been
No, I don't think she used the thing that was in...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course. If she had that, she could get into the boys' locker room no
Alright,
problem.
so now that we have the evidence, we can shoot this, right?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
Are you kidding me?
Shoot!
Wait, what?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten in...
I got it! She must have hacked her e-handbook!
Am I gonna die?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have got...
I got... She must have hacked her e-handbook! She was the ultimate programmer.
Wait,
after
no,
all.
she didn't hack
I'm
it.
sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's... She used the thing that was in the main...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Shoot!
I'm gonna die.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have got...
I got... She must have hacked her e-hand... She was the ultimate... I'm sure that would have been...
No, I don't... She used the thing that...
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, she can't have used Leon's handbook because it's broken. Oh,
no, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
I don't know how I didn't connect those together. I thought for some reason she could have. I'm not thinking.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
Is that the case?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the one that did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
Thank you, Kyoko.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right?
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
And how's that?
What?
What are you talking about?
She
What other
did
way
like
is there?
talking to the other boys.
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
What could it be? So before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead, and where she took us was... the murder room again? Okay.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
Didn't we do that? Do you want me to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body.
Examine her. No, wait.
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead
Did I
body.
miss a piece of information?
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's...
Very well. I'll do it.
Thanks, Sakura.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Put her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What?
What is it?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring widely at Chihiro's lifeless body. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is...
A boy?
Is what?
Is a boy!
I'm just as shocked! That's why she got along with the boys! 'Cause she's a boy!
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he.
What the
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, now I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
Hold up, put a pause. Does that mean that Kyoko ended up examining the body like that? I'm just saying, you a little freaky, but you saved my career, so I'll let it slide.
Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. Ahem. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think Chihiro was actually a guy. The thought never crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
Wow.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Wow. I got saved.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes,
Wait.
that does seem plausible.
That means Byakuya is the one with the deepest, darkest secrets, right?
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd.
He's projecting, that's why.
I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation.
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
What could he say?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Am I supposed to choose him?
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt.
It's my boy, isn't it? It's my boy Mondo, isn't it?
He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that... And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the—
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right
What?
now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I...
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was
Shit.
clear Byakuya did it.
Am I getting game overed?
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
It's my boy, isn't it? The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means the killer is a guy.
I got it!
Since Leon's handbook apparently was broken, the killer must have used his own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But still, that's still not enough. I need to find more clues. Celeste's account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something about.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only the killer. And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves
Oh wait,
in.
I gotta shoot
Game
his
over,
one.
man.
Yeah! No! Not game over!
No, there was an eyewitness. Celeste.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us?
Well, clues did nobody get a...
I'm sure if someone saw the kill.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer. And only...
That's true. Celeste saw her just before.